Hello, this is Mr. Wynn, and this video is about parabolas, their focus, their vertex, and directrix. This is the non-calculator method. It's actually easier and faster to do than with the calculator. So you're going to have to be able to find the equation of a parabola if you're given two of the following three things: the focus, the vertex, and the directrix. So first, let's talk about what they are. The focus is a point inside the parabola. So this red one right here. The vertex is a point on the parabola. So y'all know that's the starting point, HK. And then a directrix is a line outside the parabola that you cannot cross. So that's why you have to go up away from that line. But we actually don't need the entire line. We need a point on the line. So it'll be this point right here. All right, so when I do this FVD stuff, I'm going to be talking about these 3 points. All right, those 3 points have something very special in common. Let me do this. And that's this. The 3 points have the same x value first off. So say I did this. All right, let's say this x value is 3. All these points, these coordinates, will be 3 comma something. The next thing, the vertex is always in the direct middle. It's equidistant, it's the midpoint. So say the first point was 3 comma, well, let me say this. Let's say the vertex is 3 comma 8. And the top one would be 3 comma 12. Because it's 4 away from the top, the vertex has to be 4 from the bottom. So then I could also subtract that, because 8 is the middle of 12 and 4. Technically, 8 is the average. To find the average, you add 12 plus 4, 16, divided by 2 is 8. All right, but now we have our F, V, and D. That's going to be the first step when we start solving this, which I'll explain in a second. But let me talk about the goal. The goal of the problem is to find the vertex and A, and plug those two things into the vertex form formula. So just like we were converting standard form to vertex form in the previous video, the trick is always to find A, HK, or A in the vertex, and plug into our favorite formula, the HK transform vertex form. One more thing I want to mention is this. A focus and a directrix, what's their real point? And that's this. A parabola, we say it's a U shape, but it's actually more than that. It's a special shape that has one thing that's always true. Any point on that parabola must be the same distance from the focus and the directrix line. So say I had this point right here. From here straight to the focus should be the exact same distance from that same point back to the directrix. Now my picture's not drawn perfect, so it doesn't look the same. Any other point was that. So say I pick this point right here. That straight to the focus, this diagonal line, should be the exact same length as this straight down to the directrix. These are also to be isosceles triangles. Again, my picture's not drawn in scale. All right, so now that you have the idea, let's start solving some problems. If the focus is 3 comma 1 and the vertex is 3 comma 0, find the equation of the parabola. So the first step, like I said earlier, you have to find FVD. Always make a chart. And always go in this order. All right, and fill in what we know. So we know the focus is a point 3 comma 1. And the vertex is a point 3 comma 0. All right. D is a line, a directrix, but we don't care about a line, we care about a point on that line. You actually just use common sense to find this first part. So I told you one side will stay the same, the x's should be the same. So this will be 3. Now on the right to the y, the vertex must be in the middle. So 0 is in the middle between 1 and what number? And I just use a pattern. How do you go from 1 to 0? You subtract 1. So I'm going to subtract 1 again. I get negative 1 right here. All right, so now I found the directrix. So let's talk about this. Our end goal, remember, is to plug into this formula. Y equals A x minus h squared plus k. We have hk already. We have the vertex, hk. We got to find A. A has a special formula. And to use that formula, you got to find the distance from F to D. So how far is it from 3, 1 to 3, negative 1? Well, 3's cancel, but from positive 1 to negative 1, that's 2 spaces. So I'm going to say the distance from F to D equals 2 spaces. And this number is always positive. All right. A has the formula 1 over 2 times the distance. So here's where that distance that 2 comes from. So it comes in. So 1 over 2 times that 2 gives us 1 over 4. We now have AHK, but there's one very, very important thing you must check. That is this. You must draw a quick sketch to see if our graph is going up or down. So, because that's going to tell us whether our A is positive or negative. So when I sketch this, each was 3 dots. I always go in order F first, then V, then D, because D is the one that has the line. So let's try this. 3, 1. So I go right 3, up 1. Right 3, 0. I'll go right 3, 0. Then right 3, down 1. Alright, so this is our F, this is our V, and this is our D. Remember, D has a line. Alright, so if we can't cross that line, our parabola must go up. So A is positive. So in this case, there's no fix. So A is really positive 1/4. We fill those 3 things into the formula, and then we're done. So Y equals, I wanted red, sorry. Y equals A is positive 1/4, and it's usually always a fraction, parentheses, X is X, opposite of H. So this is the vertex, so it'll be -1 times 3 is -3. Closing squared plus K is 0. You want plus 0, you can. That is the answer. We're done. Alright, sorry, the next one. The focus is 2, 8, and the direction is Y equals 12. Find the equation. So what changes will be, we'll always have 2 different things. Here we had F and we had V, but D is missing. In this next case, you'll see we have 2 other things and the V is missing. But the steps are the same. Always write FVD. Fill in what we know. We know F is 2, 8. We know the directrix is a line, and this is Y is 12. But we don't want the line, we want the point on the line. And if the point is going to be having the same X as the other stuff, so it's 2, 12. Now we're going to find the missing thing, which is V. So V, undo that. Alright, so V, we know is 2 for X, one side's the same, the other side. What's in the middle of 8 and 12? That's 10. Because 8 plus 12 is 20, divided by 2 is 10. 10 is in the middle, is the midpoint. Alright, we found our missing thing, that's our HK. We need to find A, but to find A, you have to find the distance from F to D. So how far is it from 8 to 12? That's 4 spaces. So we have to find A. A is going to be 1 over double that distance, 2 times 4, which is 1 over 8. Remember, you have to draw the picture. So I'll do like this, and here's how I do it. So again, always F first, V second, D third. And I actually usually don't really move my pencil too much. So I'm going to go 2, 8. So right 2, up 8. From 2, 8, 2, 10 is above that. And then 2, 12 is above that. And that's the last point, D. That one has the line. Alright, so I know my U is going down. If my U is going down, that means A is negative. I put this negative mark there myself. Now with the correct A, H, and K, we fill in our favorite formula, the vertex form equation, because all you need to know is AHK to find the equation of the parabola. We fill it in, so Y equals A is -1 over 8, X -H, so it's -1 times positive 2 is -2, squared plus K is positive 10. Right, when you do this, make sure you use V. Some kids do use F or D, the point, and they use the wrong thing. So we use HK. The only thing that F and D do is help us find the distance, which helps us find A. One more of these. Alright, here we have the vertex and the directrix. So F is missing, but that's okay. So same chart, FVD in that order. V is -3, -2. Directrix Y is 4. So that automatically means that this D is -3, the X is -3. And we're missing the focus. So let's figure that out. Well, X is -3 for sure. So how do you go from 4 to -2? Well, if I go upwards, I'm going to subtract 6. If I subtract 6 more, that would be -8. Alright, so I found F because -2 is in the middle of -8 and positive 4. Next to the distance from F to D, how far is from -8 to positive 4? Well, that's 12 spaces because 6 and 6 is 12. We find A next. A is 1 over 2 times that distance, 12, which is 1 over 24. We don't know if it's positive or negative, so we'll draw the graph. Another shortcut I do is I usually don't draw the coordinate plane, I just draw the dots. Because we need a smaller sketch. I just know the U's going up or down. So if this is on my imaginary coordinate plane, say this is -3, -8. is -3, -2 above or below that? So -3, -8, -3, -2 is above that, and -3, +4 is above that. That's D. That has a line. So I know my U is going down. So if U is going down, A is negative. Got that done. Fill in the formula. So final answer, y equals A is -1/24. Again, it's usually always a fraction. X, opposite of H, -1 times -3 is +3 squared. Okay, -2. From our vertex, we're going left 3, so it should be +3 inside the parentheses. All right. The book has a lot of formulas and things. These formulas are not on the formula chart, but you do not have to memorize them. I will give them to you when we need it. But you do need to know that you have to find AHK. Remember, AHK is the vertex. So if you know A in the vertex, you plug in the numbers into any formula and you can figure out what it is. All right, so we just were given F, V, or D, and we had to find the equation. The last thing is, instead of having them and find the equation, we will have the equation, we have to find F, V, D. We'll go backwards. Here's where we use those formulas. All right, now in this case, we're just finding F, D, and the length of the lattice rectum. So I told you like earlier, all you have to do is find A, H, and K, meaning A in the vertex. So here's the equation, y equals -2, x plus 4 squared plus 3, that's vertex form. A is -2, that's easy. In the vertex, because the vertex form, I can pull it straight out. The vertex will be -4, +3. So we have our A, we have our H, we have our K. I just got to plug those 3 letters into the form in the correct spot, and I'm done. So F says it's a point, parentheses, this is H is -4. Comma, K is +3 plus 1/4 times -2. I'm going to type that in my calculator, but X doesn't change. So let me get a calculator real fast. Definitely use calculator for this. There's going to be a lot of fractions. So that is 3 plus the fraction alpha y equals. On top is 1. On bottom is 4, parentheses, -2. The calculator will give you the final answer in the correct reduced fraction, 23/8. Done. We found the focus. That is the point. Next is find the directrix. Remember, the directrix is a line. We usually get a point on the line. But for the line, it is y equals K. K is 3 minus 1/4 times A. Again, I'm going to type that in the calculator. So it's going to be 3, and now is the minus sign. And on top is 1, on bottom is 4 times -2. That gives me 25/8. And that should make sense. Remember, the vertex in the middle of the two. That's why one's add the number, one subtract the number. So that's my directrix line, y equals 25/8. The last one, the easiest one, is the length of the lattice rectum. That is a simple formula. It's just absolute value of 1/A. So 1/A is -2. We'll want this, the inside is a single number. It comes out positive. So the length of the lattice rectum is always positive. So LR is this. And I'm done. So I found 3 things. Sometimes that's 3 separate test questions. All right, so again, you just find AHK, plug those 3 letters in the correct spot in the formulas, which I will give you. That's everything for this video. Thanks for watching. See you in class. Make sure you ask any questions. Bye.